Hi, everybody. It's Heather with Reflecting Inward Life Coaching. And today I wanted to bring you what it's like to be in a coaching session with me. And I want to do this mostly because a lot of people find it very difficult to decide whether or not they need therapy or a coach or something different. And so I wanted to kind of explain to you not only the process, but what methods I use. And hopefully, this will help you decide if we might be a good fit for each other. So, first things first, I have been to therapy. I've also had life coaches, and neither one of them worked well for me, to be honest. Um, and so, in therapy, I found that all that was happening was a bunch of questions that seemed very random, and they, because they were random, they never really got to anything meaningful. And I just wound up back on their couch a week later. And a few months later, we had gotten nowhere, and they really weren't helpful to me at all, except for a few things I learned along the way. And those things were mostly things I learned about myself, and didn't really solve the problem, but they opened a little window of understanding for me on my path. I've also had life coaches, and my personal experience with them has been that they have a specific plan. They want you to do things their way. Many times they're loud, they're boisterous, they're energized. They want to give you all of this energy, and you walk away feeling empowered, but slowly it dwindles because they haven't given you any realistic action steps. And the ones that they had given me were, I just didn't have a good feeling about them, honestly, in my core, in my soul. When I moved forward to do what it was that they wanted me to do, it was so narrow of a path that I felt it pulling me in a direction that was not consistent with my mission in life, my life purpose. I could feel it, even though I didn't even know what my life purpose was at the time. Um, so, anyway, I, as a life coach, am somewhat in the middle. So, first of all, coaching sessions for individuals 14 to 25 through 25 years of age are free. If you're 18, excuse me, if you're under 18, I do need written permission from a parent or guardian. Um, but other than that, it's free 14 through 25. And I did that specifically because um, as a teacher, I saw a lot of youth who were struggling, and they would ask me, in particular, specifically, when I wasn't even teaching full time, I was substitute teaching, and they were asking me, a complete stranger, or practically complete because maybe I'd only interacted with them or been to their school a few times. They were asking me deep personal questions. The whole class was, and the whole class was soaking up my answers, um, like they had just found the jackpot for solving life's mysteries. And so when I started to see youth who had these challenges and questions, um, and they were thirsty for answers, I started to realize that they may not feel like they have someone to ask, even though most parents would encourage their children to ask them questions. For whatever reason, they don't feel like they have that connection to be able to ask those questions. And so I made life coaching for those youth free, because the majority of the youth that I was talking to and hearing from, uh, they came from such uh, challenging backgrounds, particularly financially, that I saw how that shaped their mindset. And I knew that they didn't have money just to be throwing around for therapy or for life coaching or career coaching. Okay. So, um, specifically, I want to encourage those who are coming from a background of poverty or financial hardship to get help, whether it be with personal issues, whether it be with finding a suitable career path that really they feel passionate about that will pay them upon high school graduation. Yes, high school graduation. Even if that means taking a job that's connected but not their end goal, our goal will be to work together to find that. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent on that. I just wanted to know where I'm coming from, why I do what I do, and that helps me to know who I need to be for my clients. Okay, so I am not going to ask questions that go circle around and round and round and round. And I'm not going to be the overpowering, boisterous personality that is going to get you worked up just to give you nothing to work with that you feel like matches you and your goals. So I'm going to be right in the middle. So what does that mean? It means that when we start coaching together, I'm going to ask you what kind of coach you need. Okay, so that means no matter who you are, I'm going to approach whatever challenge that we're facing, whatever situation you're bringing to me for that session, with observation. I'm going to observe you as a person. I'm going to observe your body language, your tone of voice, your words. I'm going to also feel your energy. What is it that you're sending a message energetically? I'm also going to listen to understand. Active listening isn't just asking questions to better understand, which I do. It's also listening for specific details that help me understand the situation on a deeper level. Maybe it's between the words that you're saying. Okay. It's very important for me to understand deeply where it is you're coming from, because no one goes to a life coach just to talk. They go to a life coach because they know that they're experiencing things in their lives that they don't want to experience anymore, that they're ready for change. And if that means I need to look at myself and what I'm bringing to the situation and contributing as far as the challenge, I'm ready to look at myself. That's who goes to a life coach. And that's what I'm there for. So I'm not going to be the friend that just sits back and listens and then joins you, pointing a finger at the other person, justifying your behavior, justifying that you're a victim. And but I am going to validate your feelings, because your feelings, your emotions come from your personal life experience that has prepared you to feel those things. So of course, your life's prepared you to feel this way. Your feelings, your emotions are validated as such. Okay. But I'm not just going to be the friend that sits back and supports your decisions and your behavior. We're here to look at the situation, break it down, get to the root of things, and figure out what we need to do to improve, to change things for a better outcome. Okay, so this is where I give options. Okay, I've listened, I've asked questions, I've observed. Now, do you want me to offer helpful advice and let you go off and try this advice or not try it, which sounds a lot like therapy to me? Or do you want me to actually say, okay, we're going to break this down, we're going to get busy, we're going to deal with this right now today? And that is what the majority of my clients choose to do, because they're done trying other things. They're done running around in circles. They're done feeling great, but having no steps to help them really figure out what's going on here and make a change and improve their lives. So when we do that, I use primarily cognitive behavioral therapy. It is the most effective known therapy technique that we know of in the world today. Okay, so we dive into the situation, we work through it, acknowledging the behaviors involved, the emotions involved, the beliefs involved, and then we trace all of that back to the root of where it all is coming from. And then we challenge that belief system and we work back the other direction and we replace it with beliefs, emotions, and responses that are appropriate for what you are seeking in your life, for what your goals are. And I want you to keep that in mind. Yes, I have this process that works really well. I've been through healing the child for myself. I've been through replacing limiting beliefs for myself. I have written reconciliation letters as a part of that process for myself. I know it works, but ultimately, when these things are applied and how they are applied depends completely upon what your goal is and how these situations that you will bring to me are hindering you from reaching your personal goals. And this process can be used even if you're doing career exploration with me and you're looking at a variety of careers and how they fit in your life. We still use CBT for that. Because when you get to a career that you feel is not for you, and then I ask, okay, well, what is it that makes you feel like this career is not for you? And the only answer you have is, I am not the kind of person that goes to college, or I can't go to college. Um, then we work through that. We work through your belief system on that. And we find a way to overcome it if that particular career choice would be your top option if you didn't have this belief. Okay, so that's just a snippet of what it's like to be in a coaching session with me. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them to me. Email, DM, whatever works best for you. And I look forward to meeting you and seeing what it is your goals are and your mission is in life, helping you figure that out if you don't know, and seeing you thrive. I'm here to help you reach your full potential so that you can thrive in life and become anything that your dreams desire. Okay? You're wonderful, you are beautiful, you're invaluable, and I know that you can reach whatever goal and dream that you desire. Reach out. We'll work together toward that. I love you. Have a wonderful day.